Okay,
Oh,
we should be going.
all right. Awesome. You can hear me okay, right? I think I'm unmuted.
Sure.
All right. Well, welcome to training this beautiful June Saturday morning. My name is Jennifer Eaves, and Roger Broburg and I will be training today and talking about how awesome Reliv is and how to build a Reliv business. So let's go on, Roger, and we'll share our stories really quick. So I've been involved with Reliv for 17 and a half years and so grateful for this company. It really has changed my life. I love the people involved. It's so fun to at least hear your voices every week. But when we found Reliv 17 and a half years ago, we had some pretty big needs in our home. We had some health concerns. I had suffered with stomach issues for a very long time, over 20 years, a lot of digestive and stomach problems. My son was really struggling with behavior with ADHD. He had rages that would last for hours. But more, probably just as much or more of a need in our home were financial issues. My husband's self-employed. He's a hard worker, but we had about $70,000 of credit card debt. We had no money coming in, no money in the bank. We were putting all of our bills on credit cards. So I haven't done everything perfect in my business, but the thing I did right from the beginning is I treated this like a real business. I went to training, I got on calls. So this is an important part of building your business. But it has been a huge blessing. In a couple of months, my stomach issues and bowel issues were gone. I have felt amazing. I sleep better. My blood work is perfect. We take no medications. My son started improving his behavior. We had more peace in our home. He was focusing better and behaving better at home and school. And so the products have been a huge blessing. But, we were teachable, and like I said, we just kind of plugged in and started working and learning, and we earned a couple $100 a month, and I had a lot of personal growth and things that I needed to do, but we just kept trying, just kept working. After about 6 months in the business, our business really took off, and we earned about $40,000 that year, and it doubled and the next year. But we've earned an income every single month for all the time we've been in Reliv. We've earned bonuses and trips, and it's been a huge blessing. So I'll let Roger share his story, and then we will be training today on what we do, what we're doing to build our businesses.
Well, I'm Roger Broburg, and I'm also from Utah, and we've been involved with Reliv for 13 years. And we've had amazing results in our family with our daughter's autoimmune disease. She no longer suffers from any of the symptoms from that. My wife's arthritis is about 90% better. I had lower back problems for 30 years that went away. I've also lowered my cholesterol by 80 points and lost 45 pounds in the last year on Reliv. And it has been incredible for us that way. But like Jen, we've also shared this with others. We've helped them to get results, and that's been a lot of fun too. We've earned as much as just over $7,000 in a calendar month, and that's been really neat too. And like the slide shows here, we both earned the trip to Hawaii, and we're going to tell you today a little bit on how we did that. We're going to talk about some of the fundamentals, and then also some of the things that we did to grow our businesses fast. So Reliv is a food science company that's been in business for 32 years, and their products are clinically proven and patented, and they're backed by science and guaranteed to work. We're the only epigenetic nutrition company in the U.S., and the company has such great integrity and strong family values. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to go over the products quick. We're going to talk about the compensation plan, and we're also going to talk about how to be successful as a distributor. And this training, we do training every week, and it's a great place to bring new people to. We teach the basics, plus we always try and add in some extra things for the established distributors, so that, I mean, we all need to be doing the basics, and sometimes it's just a good reminder to do that. So for the products, we have our core nutrition products. We have the adult products that you see on the bottom row and the 2 kids products on the top. It heals at an epigenetic level. They're clinically proven, and it's balanced nutrition, patented as a whole food. We also have targeted solutions, and most people will get their results on just that core nutrition. But if they're not seeing the results as quickly as they would like to, or they want to speed that up, we also have these targeted solutions. So we have Fiber Store for digestive health, Arth Effect for joint health, Cardio Essentials for heart health, Gluc Effect for blood sugar management, and that's both low blood sugar and high blood sugar. 24K there on the end for energy, Reverse Age for helping with anti-aging, Provantage for performance, Soy Essentials, a women's product, and Energize for hydration. And then we also have in the immune support category, we've got Defense, which helps to support your immune system, and Lunarich X, which also does that. It also has clinically proven to lower cholesterol and to help with inflammation and a number of different things. So that's our targeted solutions. We also have an ROV hemp extract line. These are third-party tested and verified. They're organically grown in the U.S. They're non-GMO and gluten-free, and they go through a multi-step testing procedure. I think it's 7 steps that they go through on this, and there's always a certificate of analysis that go with these products. These really are the best hemp extract products that are on the market.
Roger, you got to share your newest story with the balm really quick.
Oh, yeah, you bet. So with the balm, I had great results with plantar fasciitis, pain on the bottom of my foot. And it's been months since I've had to put the balm back on my foot. I mean, it just got better and better and better. But the other day, LaJean and I were out in the backyard, and we were putting in our garden, and LaJean got stung by a hornet. And so we rushed her in the house, and she wanted to make sure that the stinger wasn't still in there. And then we took some of the RLV balm and put it on that hornet sting, and the pain went away. It stopped swelling. It went down to no swelling at all, and it was pretty cool just to see that. So a lot of different uses for those RLV hemp extracts.
That's great. Super cool. Okay, I'm going to cover the comp plan. Again, an important part of, understanding part of the Reliv, what Reliv offers, and this is why we cover it at training. So for sure, invite new people that you are sharing with that would like to build a business on training, like Roger said. But as we're building a business and helping others want to build a business, it's really important that we understand the compensation plan. So we'll go through this today, but there's 5 different avenues, different ways to earn income in Reliv. And so this is your goal here, is to build a distribution network. We want customers, we want distributors, we want people sharing. And so we'll talk about how to do this today, but the first element of building of the comp plan here is retail profit. So you earn 20 to 40% as you become a distributor and start sharing the product. So, this example here just shows if you retail $100 of products to a friend, neighbor, relative, then depending on where you decide to come into the business, you would earn $20 to $40. So I mentioned when I shared my story that we had no money. I mean, we literally, I don't think we had $10 in the bank. So we decided we wanted to make the most amount of money for our time. So we found a way. We just actually put a master affiliate order on a 0% interest credit card, so we could make the most amount of money for our time. So you choose where you're where you want to earn, and if you can't do that, then you just share with people. And as you're sharing with people, sponsoring increases your volume increases your profit level. But you know, in wholesale, we make the difference between where we are at in the business and where other people join us. So if we're at the 40% master affiliate level and we share with someone at the 25% level, then we would earn 15% on any product that they move, any customers, distributors, product that they purchase. This is important. I help people. This is what helps people make decisions. And we'll talk more about this in a second. But, you know, I share with people that once you achieve these levels in Reliv, you stay there for the rest of your life. The master affiliate level, I share with people that they're at 35 to 40% forever once they choose to become a master affiliate. And, you know, they just need to keep their distributorship active. And then the third form of income is override.
Hey, Jen.
Yeah?
Before you go on to that, I was just going to make mention that I was looking at my downline the other day, and Quila has always taught us to have people in all of those different savings levels and all of those different distributor levels and customers. And I was looking at my downline, and I've got somebody in every one of those categories. I thought that was kind of unique, and I liked that. So anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. Well, and something else that Roger taught me is, you know, people they think of the first thing, go back for one sec, Roger. They think of the first thing that you tell them. So if you tell people, like at the master affiliate level, you purchase $5,000 a product, and at the quick start level, you purchase $500. The reason we have the $3,250 and $375 is that's what we've started to try to do better at is, you know, saying that at the quick start level, you spend you pay $375 to get $500 a product, and same as master affiliate level. So it's kind of a little reverse psychology, but it works and it's true. So anyway, all right. And then, so override earnings, and you know, with Reliv's comp plan, they have such a generous compensation plan. They say they pay out about 73% of all monies that come into them, which is awesome, way more than other companies. But overrides, as you become a master affiliate and you sponsor master affiliates, then you start earning. So if you sponsor Susan and she becomes a master affiliate, she kind of starts having her own group. You don't earn wholesale or retail from Susan anymore. But from anyone that Susan, any customers, distributors, you know, master affiliate she sponsors, you would earn 8% from that, and then 6% 4, 3, and 2. And this next slide, I love this slide because it doesn't always work out perfectly like this, but it shows the power of this comp plan as you go out and share. So it's kind of based on everyone sharing with 3. And so if you go out and you share with 3 people and they do a $2,000 volume, that volume would be $6,000. You would earn 8% from that, which is $480. And then as those 3 go out and they share with 3, 6% of that $18,000 in volume is $1,080. And you can just see how these numbers play out. So again, it's not always perfect, but it, you know, as you share with others and you help them share with others, then you can earn some serious income in Reliv. Alrighty. And then the fourth form of income is cash bonuses and trips. And Reliv is so generous with these bonuses. I love what they have going on right now are the best bonuses and the best trip promotions that Reliv's had in the history, in the time that I've been in Reliv anyway. I love, and Roger's going to talk later about some of these promotions, but they just help people, even brand new people can earn a bonus their very first month. You know, it used to be that Reliv only had like a top in the nation. And if you weren't one of the top, you know, 5 or 10 or 3 or whatever people in the nation, then you didn't get a bonus. But now there's bonuses that really are available for anyone. And the Star Director bonus is another just fun way to add more, you know, as you're sponsoring. If you sponsor 3 frontline master affiliates, all your percentages go up 1%. If you sponsor 6 frontline master affiliates, they go up 2%. And if you sponsor 10, they go up 3%. So, and trips, we'll talk about trips more later, and the fun trip promotion Reliv has now. And then the ambassador program is the 5th form of income, and you're just, you're paid to help others. There's profit sharing, and sometimes Reliv will pay to have you travel around and teach and train, and you're just paid to help other people.
So how do we do this? How do we make this work for our businesses? We've got the circle of success, and it tells the 5 steps that we go through on a daily basis. But the key is action now, and we're going to be talking a lot about action now and taking that action today. So the first step is to identify, make a list, and Jen talked about I did that, and I went back to my paper list, and then I added to it, and I wrote down names, lots of names, not just 10, but I wrote down lots of names. I went to different areas in my life, like my work, with my automotive business. I went to my church list. I served a mission for my church. I went to people that I had known there, and I felt like I didn't have a big pool of people to look at and to talk to. And as I talked this over with Jen, she said, well, you ought to join a BNI group, which is a business networking group. And so I did that. And I also went to a free networking group that they have here in Orem. And we did business and health fairs to meet and find people. Facebook. I have lots of friends on Facebook that I haven't talked to about Reliv, and people that I meet through my automotive business, either suppliers or customers or whatever. So I made a big list, and then what I did is I went to Jennifer and I said, okay, this is my list. Let's talk it over. And I went through each person, and we talked about how to approach them and when to do it, and whether to wait or whether to talk to them now. And so then I went to work with the second step of this. Let's see, that's just some memory joggers. Kind of went through some of those.
Roger, I have something I want to add on this.
Okay.
On building your list. I was, as you're building your list, if you're a praying type of person, I am definitely, and Reliv is important to me, and it's important to me to help other people. And so I make it a matter of prayer, like, who should I talk to today? And I've had a couple of experiences, and as I look through my last 17 and a half years in Reliv, there were times I know I was directed to people. Many of you know Steve Garner. It was really honestly a miracle how I met him, and I know that we were supposed to meet, and I know I was supposed to share Reliv with him. But I've had so many experiences like that at stores but I also, I have a lady that I grew up with. She had, they lived right across the street from me. She had 8 kids. My parents had 8 children, and we all were the same age. We were together all the time. And her name was Sister Oki, and I just loved her. But she had post-polio syndrome and started having a hard time walking. And anyway, I thought she was one of the first people I thought about, and called her, and she's like, oh, I'm not interested at all. Sorry, thanks for thinking of me. But she told me no. And but a couple of years later, I was praying one morning, and I had a really strong feeling, call Karen Oki. And so I did. I called her and shared. I think I always get stories on with me. I'm sure I had her on a story. And anyway, she said, Jen, thank you so much for thinking of me again. It doesn't, 2 years ago, my life was so crazy. I was so busy. It didn't matter what you would have said. I wouldn't have listened, but I have been looking for answers. I've been praying for answers. And so anyway, she came to the meeting that night. She brought 2 ladies with her, and they all 3 went master affiliate. And her health, and her husband had vertigo. Their health turned around so much. They were able to serve a mission, and it really changed their life. So anyway, that's just I think it's important that we look wherever we're going, think of people, even people that have said no or whatever. When their name comes to our mind, I think it's for a reason, and we need to follow that prompting. So
I think that that's a really good point too, because, you know, I did kind of the same thing, and you've taught me a lot about that. And in fact, before we would contact somebody or before we would do a presentation, we would say a prayer. And some of the people on my list, I really felt strongly that I needed to contact them. And, you know, some of those, like there was one guy that I talked to, and he says, I have absolutely no interest whatsoever in this. And I said, well, you know, what about for your health? He says, I don't really care. I don't care about my health. If I die, great. He was just really, I guess, upfront with me, but kind of calloused about the deal. But and, you know, I thought that he would be one of the people. In fact, he's the very first person on my list. So sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But there were others on that list that I felt like I needed to contact, that it really did make a difference in their lives. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along. Let's see if I can get this to move. So the next step is to connect. And after you've talked these names over with your upline and thought through why you thought of them and how you want to contact them, then you need to get brave and contact them and reach out to them and, you know, maybe tell them why you had thought of them. And your goal here is to set an appointment. It's not to tell them the story of Reliv, but let them know that you have something special that you want to share with them. And, you know, set that appointment. In April, Jen and I did tons of appointments. You know, it was just really interesting. Okay, so some of the people that I talked to, okay, we can kind of follow one or two of them through on the deal. In BNI, there was a man that we talked and we did what's called a one-on-one, where we find out about each other. And as I told him a little bit about Reliv, his wife, Megan, has some issues. She's got ulcerative colitis. And so I connected them up to Jennifer because she had the stomach and bowel issues. And we did an appointment with them and went through, and they decided to start on Reliv. And we told them about the specials that were going on with the 25% getting free shipping. And that's what they decided to do. And so anyway, so we did an appointment with them. We shared the story of Reliv. And I'll kind of talk about them a little more as we go through this. But like I say, we did tons of appointments, and it wasn't just one or two during the month. I mean, we were doing 2 and 3 a day sometimes. And we were talking to a lot of people and getting Reliv in front of a lot of people. And if you want your business to grow fast, you need to do that. You can't grow fast and only talk to one person a week. So let's see. I think that's you, Jen.
Yep. So share the Reliv story. This is important, and I try to do this if possible with everyone I connect with. It's basically setting an appointment, right? So you connect with them, like Roger said. Oftentimes I'll share a story like he mentioned. But then, you know, you want to share what Reliv is. And I think Roger and I have developed it's worked really well for us. We'll, you know, now, especially with a lot of people are at home and can't get out and we're not having meetings. So we do Zoom meetings, and we just have a presentation that we go through quickly. We'll share a couple stories. Sometimes they're live, sometimes they're recorded. Just give people an overview of Reliv, you know, what the company is, what the products are, their options to get started. And then we ask for a decision. So But make this simple for people. I mean, there were many times when we would call someone from the health fair that we met at the health fair, or a BNI person or whatever, and share, and they, you know, we'd make an appointment and we're like, do you have time right now? Like sometimes we would just stop, go to Zoom, and just go through a presentation right then. Before Zoom, I used to email presentations. So, you know, you just make it work, and or, you know, or we'd set an appointment for the next day or whatever. But you want to get the whole, you know, share the whole Reliv story and help them understand it, you know, as soon as you can. But make it simple for yourself and simple for others. And we even recorded one. If someone, you know, and I've used that. If someone doesn't have time right then, I'll say, here, I'll shoot you this recorded call. We do our Wednesday call. You could send someone that and then follow up with them with stories. But just, you know, find a way and share the information with them. And then, you know, when you're done with a presentation, you'll ask them for a decision. You know, do they want to be a customer, a distributor, or a master affiliate? Oftentimes, you know, I go through the comp plan pretty quickly. And then if they have questions about how to save, or if they're thinking of people they want to share with, then you revisit the comp plan, go through that. But ask them questions, what they're thinking, and help them get started. These are two smart options. We always share this. Again, you know, Roger will mention the promos here in a minute, but this is how people make a decision. They really are the best options to get started. So we walk through why a quick start is a great option. You know, they save 25%. They pay only $375 to get $500 of product. You want to back up?
I don't know why it went ahead.
Oh, I think it's set. Okay.
It's got a mind of its own there.
Yeah, it has a mind of its own, yeah. But, you know, help them understand that they pay $375 to get $500 of product, and they save 25% for the rest of their life. They can always go higher, but they don't drop down as long as they remain a distributor. They get free shipping on their first order and save over $150. And then the master affiliate level, I always share with people that that's what I chose to do with no money at all. And it's the best business decision and decision for our health that we've ever made. They save 35 to 40% forever. They pay $3,250 to get $5,000 of product, free shipping on their first order. This is cool to think about. You know, if they move their entire order, they would earn $1,750 if they retail. Because you're saving $1,750, you're paying $3,250, and $1,750 is more than half of $3,250. So if they retailed their entire order, they would make a 54% return on investment, which is a super awesome return. It's a tax write-off to start a business, and the highest savings and the highest profit for a lifetime. And then the other cool thing, I mean, you know, you've helped people understand all of that, how to save, how to get free shipping. But they also, you know, they have a year guarantee. So, I mean, when we started Reliv, I told my husband, I'm like, we're saving 40% and risking 10. I mean, back then it was a 90% guarantee, but now they're risking nothing. You know, they can get the best price on the products and be in the position to make the most amount of money for their time, and they have a 100% money back guarantee.
So when they've made their decision, you help them to get registered and get going. I mean, when we're on a Zoom presentation, we go right into the website, get them signed up, get their order coming to them, everything, and they can see the order being placed. They can, I mean, it's so slick. You know, we were talking about it before, but a lot of people are going on with this, you know, having to stay at home and we can't get out, we can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. It's actually been really good, at least for me, because we're able to use Zoom, we're able to do presentations, and, you know, I always felt like I had to be there in person, but this has just been super good, super simple to do. And after you get them registered and you get them going, you want to make sure to follow up. Now, that same lady that I was talking about before, Megan, we wanted to get her a story. And so I was thinking about it, and I just had this really strong feeling that I needed to get Cindy Bennett on with this lady. And I didn't know Cindy's story really well. I knew that she was active and that she liked to work out and stuff, and this lady does too, even though she has, I think she likes to do like triathlons or something, even though she has ulcerative colitis. And anyway, so I connected her up to Cindy Bennett, and it was such a cool call because as Cindy shared her story, and one of the parts of her story is that she had IBS. Megan said that her son had just been diagnosed with IBS, and there was a real connection and bond there. And I think that it gave Megan some hope that I didn't expect to give her. But like I say, if you're thinking of someone or you're feeling like somebody needs to talk to somebody, go with that feeling because it's probably there for a reason. And if they decide that they want to do the business, or, you know, let's see, it was a week ago, I was helping a distributor sign up a quick start. She said, I absolutely don't want to do the business. I just want the product. We got her order all done. And the next thing that she said is, I've got this friend and I want to share it with them. And I've got this other person in my family and I want to share it with them. You guys, they are always thinking of people, especially when they hear stories. So help them identify that, those people, build that list, and then help them connect up to those people and show them how easy the business can be.
Awesome. Thanks, Roger. So having positive daily habits is important. You know, I mentioned when I started, we had no money, and I really did treat Reliv like a real business. I had just had a baby and had 4 little kids at home. And I was a super busy mom, but every day I thought, what can I do with my Reliv business today? And, you know, so we all have the same products, the comp plan, the same amazing company, and we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So how are we managing our time? What are we doing? You know, we just covered the 5 fundamentals. These are what we do day in, day out. They're our job description. So, you know, doing what I call daily disciplines and having, you know, who are you going to talk to today? Who are you going to add to your list? Who are you going to set an appointment with? So I do that. You know, I have lists I should take a picture of my desk, but I have just lists everywhere of people that I'm working with, people that want to build a business, people that I think will go master affiliate. Like I have all these lists and I just think, okay, who can I call and what's the 5 most important things to do today? I think it's, you know, it's pretty easy to send an email or scroll on Facebook or whatever. So I like to try to do like the 5, like, you know, sometimes if I don't feel like doing follow-up or think, I don't feel like calling this person or whatever, I do that first. I get it out of the way, not get out of the way in a mean way or, you know, whatever, but I do it, get it done and do those important things first, business building steps. And then I can move on to the other.
Is that why I always get a call from you first thing in the morning? Because you're trying to get my call out of the way.
Not out of the way, because I do the most important things first, Roger.
Oh, okay.
That's get a call first thing in the morning. But the next slide shows the success system. This is how, you know, often people will ask Roger and I and others in Reliv, you know, what are you doing to earn bonuses? What are you doing to earn the trip to Hawaii? It's really just these 5 elements and plugging people into the system. It's really how we learn to do the business. Like it's how everything happens in Reliv. And we're going to talk about the steps of the system next, but the system is how we expose people. You can go back. How we expose people to stories. And this is important, you know, yesterday, Miranda sent me a list of everyone that I've sponsored and earned points through. And I'm looking at that list going, yeah, these people have just been on lots of stories. You know, I was thinking of a man named Craig, he was a referral for me a couple of years ago. He has fibromyalgia, really severe back pain. And, you know, and I just periodically plug him into calls and he was a customer. And then he went to Quick Start a couple of, I think last year sometime, got a couple of points for my last Hawaii trip. He was one that I had sponsored as Quick Start. But, you know, I got him a couple of months ago. I had a $22,000 volume in February, and I wanted to have a big month, and I was just looking at people and following up like crazy. And I got him on a call, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to be on these products forever. I really love them. And so he came in as a master affiliate. Another lady who is a really recent, she's a BNI referral. Her daughter is 18 and has Crohn's. She's very, and so I got her on a couple of calls. I did an appointment. And then I've called a couple times and haven't been able to leave a message because her voicemail was full. So I texted her and just said, you know, something like, hey, I've been trying to call, your voicemail's full, but just wondered how I can help. I hope your daughter, you know, praying for your daughter, and is there anything I can do? Do you have any questions? Blah, blah, something like that. And she texted back and said, thank you for thinking of me, but right now her doctor wants her to only eat meat, which I don't understand that, but whatever. He wants her to only eat meat, so she can't have anything else. And so, so another element of it's not really the system, but it's another way that really what the system is how you expose people to stories. But I send emails. I have quite a few people in my downline. I can't possibly follow up with all of them all the time. So I'll shoot email stories every once in a while. But I have an awesome story of a mom sharing her son's story with Crohn's disease. He was 10 years old. It's an incredible story. So I just sent it to her an email and just said something like, you know, I pray for your daughter, you know, whatever. And I just shared that story and said, just let me know if you need help in the future, if you have questions. And she emailed me back and said, can you please find out what products that boy was taking? So the stories really move people along. They help people get from being skeptical in the products to believing in the products. And they get people, like I said, from Quick Start to Master. They help people think about who to share with, think about doing the business. So, you know, it's continually building their wall of belief. It's also helping them get results, because as we're doing stories, doing three-way calls, you know, we sometimes tweak the products if they're having body changes. I mean, this is just really important, follow-up using the system. And again, you know, it helps people think of who they can share with. And it develops leaders and residual income as you teach other people how to use the system. So this slide shows what the system is. So it's your upline, use them every day. My upline used to say, use me like a tube of toothpaste. And I'll tell you what, I don't ever go a day without using my tube of toothpaste. So use them, let them help you build a business. Three-way calls, I do three-way calls every day with every element of the system. When I'm inviting people, when I'm setting up appointments, when I'm doing appointments, when I'm doing follow-up, I'm constantly using three-way calls, like I said, to get people to that next, to where I want them to be with products and different things. There's weekly conference calls. We'll talk about those a little later. Saturday training, like I said, plug new people into what we do. And then special events and conferences, we'll talk about that in a minute also.
And you know, Jen, what you're saying about you using stories in every element of the system is really true. And that's something that I've learned from you. And I think of several times when I'd call you up and I'd say, I've got this person, it doesn't seem like they're moving ahead. You know, how can I help them? And you'd say something like, they need to be on a story. You need to have them connect up with, you know, Rebecca Haddix or whoever it is. And, you know, I've just, you know, you really do walk the walk and not just talk the talk. I mean, that's exactly how you're doing things. And I thought of a lady named Kristen that we met at the business revival fair. And she had put down on her information sheet that her husband was having muscle ache and back and neck pain and stuff. And so we started off giving them stories on that, but then we found out that she had a son with ADHD. She had depression and anxiety. Her mom has difficulty breathing. They have a daughter that has difficulty sleeping. And through the stories, I mean, they became quick starts, but through the stories, they've reordered, and the other day they contacted me about the RLV product with the melatonin in it for their daughter for sleeping, and it really does make a difference for these people when you get them those stories. So you need to, first off, you need to be aware of what the current promotions are with the company. And every month, Tom Pinnick does a engage video. He usually talks about what promotions and stuff are going on and what's happening. So maybe we can go through those real quick. You've got the top 3 bonus, 3,000, 2,000, and 1,000. And if your volume is over 15,000 that month, your bonus goes up 1,000, which is actually what happened to me in April. My bonus was $4,000 for being first in the nation. And that was really cool, getting that call from Tom Pinnick and having him tell you that. So it's just something that you want to plan out and look at your volume and make sure that you're where you need to be. You also need to make sure that $15,000 volume is new volume, and you can look on the website and see what qualifies as that, because previous volume or old volume does not count towards that bonus. Preferred customers, this month through the 30th of June, you can get them on there for free. They're waiving the $10 fee, and they can save between 10 and 20% instantly, and they get they have a free shipping offer that goes with that, and I'll kind of explain that here right now. With the preferred customer, that's the one that's down at the bottom. If you sign up 3 preferred auto ship customers in a month, you get a $100 product credit. Now, there are some stipulations on that, but those people get a 20% discount if they're doing auto ship, either monthly or quarterly. The promotion number 1 there at the top, which, you know, I used quite a bit and still am using quite a bit, is if you sign somebody up at that quick start level, they're going to get free shipping on that order. But if you sign 3 of them up at the quick start level, then you not only earn the wholesale that goes with those sales, but you also get a $250 bonus, which, I mean, that was awesome. And we'll show you a little bit more on that here in a minute, but that is an awesome way to earn some extra money. Also, if you sign up a master affiliate, there's an extra $250 bonus that you'll earn that way. So earn the trip to Hawaii. You know, the trip to Hawaii, there's a lot of different things that you can do to help earn that. It takes 70 points to qualify for your trip, and you accumulate the points this way. Okay, you get 2 points for an auto ship customer, 2 points for a quick start. If you have a pushed master affiliate, that's 4 points. If you don't understand what a push master affiliate is, get with your upline. They can explain it to you. If you sign up a master affiliate, you get 8 points. If you yourself become a master affiliate, you get 10 points. And if you advance on the road to presidential, key director, senior director, master director, you get an extra 15 points. If one of your downline, your first level downline, qualifies for the trip, then you get an extra 15 points, right, Jen? And if you advance to ambassador, then you get 25 points. So there's a neat little chart that you can color in and fill out for the people that you're sponsoring and track your points that way. That's been a lot of fun. When my grandkids come over, they think it's cute that grandpa's coloring on a chart, and it's just a lot of fun to do that. But you want to create massive action. Your dreams don't work unless you do. And what would happen if we put our heads down and work like we've never worked before? So let's kind of go through this. And this is, okay, Jennifer Eaves showed us this, I would say probably a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. And I was going, okay, this is so great. And this is what I wanted to do to earn the trip. And so it's how to grow fast. And you put Reliv in front of 20 couples. Now, you may wonder why you have to put it in front of 20 couples. Let me give you a really quick example of that. I had talked with a man, and we did a presentation for him the very last day of April. And he got to the end of the presentation, and we said, well, what are you thinking? And he says, how do I sign up? And we said, hey, we can just do it right now. He says, great, let's do it. We signed him up as a distributor. He paid his distributor fee. We had his order all figured out, you guys. We got to the point where we were going to put in the credit card. His wife hadn't, we invited his wife to be there for this, and I thought she was going to be. And instead she went on an errand, went to see her mom something. And we were ready to punch the button on ordering his order. And his wife walked in, and Aaron says, hang on just a second, Roger. And he goes and talks with his wife, and he says, I'm going to have to call you back. Well, his wife came in, had no idea what he was getting into, had no idea of what this product was, had no idea of the stories that he had heard. And she kiboshed it at the last minute. And so I didn't sign him up as a quick start. He's a distributor, but hasn't ordered any products. So if at all possible, get this in front of the couple rather than just one of the individuals. So if you do that in 1 month, chances are you're gonna have 2 of those people out of the 20 go master affiliate, and they're going to do a $5,000 order. Okay, that's going to give you a $10,000 volume, and your wholesale earnings on each of those master affiliates is $250 for $500 total. Now, there's the bonus right now where you get an extra $250, so that would be an extra $500. Out of those 20 people, odds are you're going to get 9 quick starts out of it, which would be $4,500 in volume. The wholesale earnings on that, $75 each on the quick starts, would be $675. And you get those 3 quick start bonuses, because for every 3 quick starts, you get a $250 bonus, and you had 9, so that'd be 3 of those bonuses for $750. And you're going to get some other people that are going to start on the product, customers who wanted to auto ship. And mine didn't work out exactly like this, but you know, it was actually pretty close to this. They're going to order some product. You're going to get some retail earnings on that. Your total volume in this scenario would be $15,100. For doing that, you're going to get a key director bonus. You're going to go key director, and that's going to be $500. And your earnings for that month would be $3,225. You know, that's pretty awesome for working full-time in a month, but even if you're just working part-time and you can do this, that's pretty awesome. But it doesn't end there, because having that kind of volume, you're possibly in the running for the top volume bonus between $2,000 and $4,000, and you would earn a Sales Excellent Award. So it doesn't always work out this way. I mean, it might work out a little more, it might work out a little less, but think of it this way: even if it doesn't work out exactly like this, you've furthered your business further than you would have if you hadn't done anything. So it is such a great way to grow fast and to get Reliv in front of a lot of people and to help a lot of people. So let's break it down by points. Okay, you became a new master affiliate. You get 10 points. You sponsor 2 master affiliates, you get 6 points, 16 points. 9 quick starts would get you 18 points. Your 3 auto ship customers would get you 6 points. And the key director would get you 15 more points. So that would get you 65 points total in 1 month. You're almost on the trip to Hawaii.
All right. Thanks, Roger. That was great. So this year we're not having an in-person Reliv conference, but we're having a virtual conference, which is really awesome. What it actually will mean is more people can come, people from all over the world. So there will be more details coming soon. Sorry, I've been doing push-ups. I'm a little out of breath, sorry. But the date has not been announced. It was supposed to be the end of July for the in-person conference in St. Louis, but it will not be in July. It will most likely be towards the end of August, but keep watching for that for more details on that. But it will be great with guest speakers and workshops, and it'll be an awesome conference. Okay, so again, this is part of the Reliv Success System. It's important to get trained, to help other people, and it's also a way to introduce new people to Reliv. So the Commit to Success training call on Monday is awesome. Last Monday was Paul Adams. Great call. These are recorded. You can go to what's the Facebook page, Roger, where people get info on this? It just slipped my mind. Positively Charged. Thanks, Robert. Positively Charged Facebook group. So if you're not a member of that, become a member, or that's where you go to get info on this call and other awesome calls across the country. Our group does an opportunity presentation every Wednesday at 6:30 Central Time. This is 30 minutes, and it's powerful. We do record these and send them out. Last week was Linda Crodel and Elizabeth Hill. It was a super awesome call. They had a lady that has a neurological disease and was in a wheelchair. She hasn't been on the products very long, I think since December or January. And she's out of her wheelchair. It was an amazing call. So this is a great way to introduce people to Reliv. And so get new people on that call. Like I said, it's just 30 minutes. We try pretty hard to keep it to that time. And we go over, it's an appointment. So it's the third step of building a business, introducing people to the products and their options to get started. And then Thursday is a short and sweet call. This is super great. Just 4 quick, amazing stories. Last week's call had a great Crohn story, and I can't remember the other calls, but it's always wonderful. And then training. Again, at training, we go over the basics. We want this to be a place that you can bring new people. That's really what training is about, is it benefits all of us to be reminded and to go over the basics, but it's really to plug new people into. So we'll go through the basics, but then we try pretty hard to have something additional to help people with different areas of building a business. So plug people in. I think the next is you, Roger.
Yep. So your equation for success is consistency. You need to take action every day. You need to and taking action doesn't mean cleaning your office or organizing your files or whatever. Take action by doing something that is a money-making activity, talking to people, following up with people, sharing a story with people, finding a way to contact more people, whatever it is, okay? And you need to be persistent. You can make money or you can make excuses, but you can't do both. I thought I was going to be pretty busy, but yet when we started the month of April, Jennifer helped me see that you can work this from all angles, from doing booths, to contacting people that you know or knew before, people that had been on product but had dropped off, business people that you knew from another business, whatever it is. I mean, you just have to be persistent. And we were super busy. I mean, I don't mind saying it. We worked our butts off. And I'm really grateful to Jennifer for her help and for everything that she does for me as an upline. But I mean, it takes a lot of work. This isn't just a playtime. I mean, if you want to make some money in this, you do have to work. And determination. You want to be determined to achieve your goals, and you want to set goals, and you want to figure out, kind of map out where you want to go and how you're going to get there. And you don't want to give up. Even on the last day of April, I was on the phone to Jen at 10:30 at night. We were about a half an hour before the cutoff with Reliv. And I was going, is there anybody else that I can contact? Anybody else that we can talk to? I mean, this is 10:30 at night, but I wasn't going to give up. I wanted to meet my goal. I wanted to achieve what I was striving to achieve. And I mostly met that. I didn't meet it all the way. I wanted to qualify for Hawaii in April. I qualified last month. So, that's okay. I mean, at least I had a goal that I was shooting for, and, that goal I didn't quite meet, but the Sales Excellence Award I did meet, and the first in the nation was kind of a surprise because I figured the volumes would be a lot more than mine. But anyway, I mean, it's something that you want to work with your upline on and get your plan figured out. So if you look at this slide, and I love this slide, success is like an iceberg. Okay, you can see a portion of it. You can see what people see, the different successes that you've had. But behind the scenes and under the water, I mean, there's a lot going on. There's persistence. There's failure. And yeah, I had some failure. I mean, the last week of the month, I had 4 people that were going to go quick start drop out. And part of it was because of the virus thing going on, and they didn't know what their jobs were going to be and all of this stuff. But I had other people that I could still talk to. And we signed up. I think I signed up my last quick start on the very last day of the month. There's disappointment. There are people that tell you no, that, you hoped we're going to say no. I mean, we're going to say yes. There's sacrifice. I gave up a lot of things. My wife was so good to me. I mean, she didn't complain at all. I was gone a lot. I was on the phone a lot. I was on the computer. My automotive business suffered a little bit because I hadn't put in a stock order for the whole month because I was too busy to take the time to do that. It takes a lot of hard work, and you have to have good habits. I mean, I got up at 5:30 or 6 every morning and exercised. But people don't see that. So work your butt off, work this like a real business, and, the rewards are going to come. So here's a call to action, you guys. Today, identify some people to put on your list. Identify 3 to 10 new people to put on there. And then talk those over with your upline, talk them over with the sideline, and connect with those people today. Set an appointment with those people if you can for today, if not for in the next week. Do those things that we talk about with the XR slides. Set those appointments so that you can get Reliv in front of them. More than likely, you're going to end up with either a distributor or somebody that's using the product if they see this. And then follow up with them. Use the system, use people that you can get on stories with them. That's so important to have these people hear the reality of what this is doing for others. And it gives them strength, and it gives them hope. And if you can't connect up directly to them, leave them a message, send them an email with a recorded story. Do something to get that reality into them. But I would just hope that you guys would take action today, do something. We still have almost 2 months on the Hawaii trip promotion. There are people that have earned the Hawaii trip promotion in 1 month. Don't give up on having that as something that you want to do. You can do this. If I can do this, any of you guys can do this. Because there's nothing that's super special about me or anything. You guys are every bit as special as I am, and you can do this. So I hope everybody can be on that trip with me and Jen. And it's been our pleasure to do the training today. I see that there's a couple of chats. Thanks, you guys, for being on.
Yeah,
Jen, did you have something to add?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to tell everyone have a wonderful weekend, and it's great to have you on. Hopefully we'll have all of you on Wednesday. We're doing these calls to help everyone build their businesses and trying to make them as helpful as we possibly can. I did want to say that if there is anything you ever would like us to train on specifically, I think most of you have my contact info, but if not, my cell is 801-400-6449. And my email is jenlovesreliv@msn.com. So if you have anything, any suggestions or, any specifics that you would love to have us train on, or if you'd like to share your story on Wednesday or take part on Wednesday or Saturday, or anything that you would like or suggestions you have, please text or email me. We'd love to make this as effective as possible and meet your needs. So anyway, have a super awesome weekend and love you all. Roger, do you want to stop and unmute and we'll all say hi? And
Aloha, everybody.